Why you try not to laugh, bro? That's disrespectful.
Wow, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Ooh, in for a ride. Another account review. This time we've got a bit of a light spender. Let's have a look. So they are level 64. They buy the supply pack, yeah. Can get a couple of those. They bought out the shop, that's good. No packs. I'm guessing they did say that they've bought a couple of packs, so maybe before the reset, which was a couple of months ago. So this seems to be a player that, you know, has a lot of breaks in between, or just doesn't play it as often as some others. Maybe once a week or something like that. Okay, I've got a decent idea. Let's just check out your team lineup. Got a Zila team with Japard of all people. Is Japard like one of your... Okay, I don't know what's going on here. That is not the team. I'm hoping that your Bailu gets switched out for like a support from like a friend or something. This team's okay. Yeah, Japard is your main guy. Do you like Japard, or do you just... Is that who you've got? Chingtre, despise her. Servo... You know, these teams are interesting. No clue what's going on here. Double sustain. Okay, alright. So, we're somewhere. Let's check your characters. You've got Sparkle's light gun, I immediately noticed that. And Zila's light gun, okay. Oh man, 46 crit rate Zila. Ooh, in for a ride. Let's just check who you've got.
Why you try not to laugh, bro? That's disrespectful.
You've got Robin here. We're gonna build Robin, okay? This is immediately priority build. Jing Yuan and Zila. That is a very early game duo. Oh man. Okay, we can run with Bailu and Japard as your sustains. Bailu doesn't have... Neither of them have cleanse, which is what really sucks about them. Why don't you have a... Do you not have a Lynx? Lynx is free. Lynx is 100% free. We'll try and get you to do this. Yeah, we don't want this. We want... I know this is like one roll into crit rate, so you're kind of tempted, but we don't want that. Honestly, you know... Oh, wow. Oh no, never mind. That's 15. Robin shouldn't be on that. Yeah, I mean, give Zila this. Zila is like more desperate for crit rate than people realize. Like, honestly, if you can have a 90, 150, it's so much better than like a 60, like 180 or whatever. So we'll switch to this one. Even though it sucks, you can maybe get it to +9, +12. You do want the crit rate. If you want to use Zila, you're going to want crit rate. Why not just level this one up? I mean, you could get crit damage rolls, you could see in one more roll. That's horrendous. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that is a piece. Try rolling that one. It's already starting off pretty decent. I guess no crit rate, maybe that's why. Just March, bro. Yeah, I already told you about the body. The boots are gonna have to stay. Wow. Wow, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel, it seems. Look, I'll keep it real with you, man. The quantum damage difference between a 4-star and a 5-star isn't like super impressive. So if you feel like rolling a couple of 4-star ones just to see if you get some crit rate, because literally all you need is like one extra crit rate roll on a 4-star piece, and it's already better than this. So something to think about. You do want to level up Robin. I would honestly just run Robin with Jing Yuan. You can run Sparkle as well. That's the thing though. If you're running Sparkle with Jing Yuan, then you don't really have anyone for Zila, and vice versa. At least with Jing Yuan and Robin, you know, there's a bit more impact, I guess. Your sustains, yeah, I mean, Japard really isn't ideal. I would look to pick up a 5-star limited sustain. Maybe Fushuen if she comes around again, which I think she just did, so maybe not. Ho-Ho's also just come around, so please shut up. Yo, Japod, bro. Leave it to your sister, you know? Harmony Trailblazer. As tempted as I am to say you want to build her, you kind of don't really have anyone to make use of her. Himiko can, but you don't have Himiko built. Misha can, you don't have Misha built. Jing Yuan, I mean, I've tried Super Break Jing Yuan and it hasn't been as terrible as I thought. But you don't really have the light cone for it, so it might be a bit tough. How's your March looking? Do you even use March? Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Do you use Dan Hung? No. Just give it to March then. You're not using Dan Hung, so just give this to March and level it up. And honestly, I'm just gonna do it for you, man. This is... You need it. Look, this is already better. Alright? Sparkle's buffing your crit damage. Maybe not by a lot, but a decent amount to be fair. How are your Sparkle pieces? 4-piece speed? That's fine. You're getting 2 speed rolls here, okay. 1 speed roll, this isn't the greatest piece, but you know, survivability is alright. Crit damage, okay. Speed, the crit rate's a bit of a waste, you don't have anything else though, so fine. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Defense. HP. Run with one of those. You know. Why do you have so much quantum on this? Yeah. And none of that. No quantum damage on your Sparkle. She's not doing damage. Okay? And then the broken kill helps you out. This is a terrible piece to even want to have. Japod, you know, he's struggling a little bit, but 3k defense, decent. Silverwolf, this is an okay light cone. I'm guessing you don't have the event one. Just S4 this one. Oh man, I didn't even look at traces. I don't know what the fuck you're doing here. You don't need the set bonus, man. You're not running some sort of break thing. Yeah, we're not running break. We're not running break. I'm sorry. That's a very niche build that you can go for after you're like sitting more comfortably, but we're not running break right now. This will give you around 40 effect hit rate. You want to aim for around 90. I think 96 is like where you should really be sitting at, but like around 70 is okay. It's possible. You're getting to let's say plus 40 on that. That's 54, so that's much better. If we have any effect hit rate pieces, I'm seeing if we can make some changes. We can abandon set. Lock that one, man. That's crazy. Honestly, even though you're not doing damage, this is nice. 4-piece quantum's okay. You can run this if you want a bit more survivability. Silverwolf is very squishy. Not mandatory though. We're looking for effect hit rate. I mean, this has effect hit rate. You're trying to get the useful stats, okay? So this doesn't have any effect hit rate, but it has speed. There we go. There we go. I don't know what was on her before, but honestly, this is fine. Like, look, there we go. 26 plus the 40. You're at 66 effect hit rate. Once you level that up to level, whatever it is. Maybe not level 15. Maybe you want to plus 12 it. That's fine. That will still put you pretty close to 60. You level up the speed boots. That will give you an extra 9. That puts you at 132. Any other speed stats? Yo, hopefully you roll speed on that, you know. All that. Yeah, so Silverwolf, don't want crit. You can eventually, but that's when you're more comfortable. When you're at this stage, the effect hit rate, the speed is what you're really looking for, and you want to make sure she's not dying. Japod isn't super capable as a sustain. Are you running an energy regen rope? No, okay. This is a pretty good rope though. That's not. we want speed boots on him eventually. This is why you had so much defense, huh? You're running quad defense percent. Honestly, just for the effect hit rate, I would try this one. Because he can freeze. Yeah, I mean, your defense is looking okay, but this is obviously, you don't have the ideal stats. You want speed on him, so he's taking turns, he's getting energy. You want energy regen, so he's getting more energy. And you want, obviously, defense, so he is keeping the team alive. And you want some effect hit rate, just so you get some freezes off. So it is quite hard to balance a good Japard. But I mean, eventually you'll get there. Bailu just wants HP and speed. You want her very fast because her healing is quite RNG. You want energy regen, which I don't think you have. Full piece of this set is only 1 extra skill point, so it's not worth it. Hackerspace gives you speed, that's fine. Just switch off 2 pieces, go for hackerspace. Your March is in shambles. If you want to go 4-piece quantum, hey, it's, you know, it's something that's doable. Definitely not what I expected to see when I clicked on that. Like, if you get a Gomoth piece that's like around the same crit damage. Oh, but the crit rate losses. Okay, well, if you get better stats, Gomoth really isn't that bad, because that piece didn't seem too bad. Okay, it's only 2 rolls, never mind. Just, yeah. Let's just hope you get a better Rutland piece. And switch off a break effect. You want attack on her. 2k attack. Oh, it's nice, but it's not good. But yeah, your Zeala's, it's on the way. Your Sparkle, I looked through. You can chill on this for now. But eventually you will want to pick what you want, so a slower Sparkle like this kind of speed is fine, but you have to buff up the crit damage a lot more. Or you can go for a really fast one and then sack off some crit damage. Jing Yuan, crit rate. Cool, man, appreciate you telling me that. Crit rate. Oh man, yeah. Okay, 2 out of 4. I'm just gonna assume you're not using them. I would run crit rate body if you can get one of those, whether you synthesize it or whatever. And I would also switch off of this set, because it's getting a little bit outdated and farming it isn't useful for you as much. I mean, you do have Japard, so I guess you could farm it and it's not the worst, but it's not ideal. You know, Japard's got like 2 decent pieces on it already, at least I'm sure, and then you can just farm Quantum and, you know, run. Honestly, 4-piece Quantum can just save people. Like, it lets you farm for your supports when you have the Wuthering Guard set, and you know, the Quantum just is for your DPSs. In that Soto, this is a pretty good piece. And then that is not leveled. Okay. What do I even tell you to do? Let's see, you got Tingyun on whatever the fuck. Okay. Tingyun doesn't need this. She wants attack. So, she wants attack and she wants survivability and she wants speed. Those are your options. 2-piece Hackerspace alongside 2-piece Wuthering Guard. Decent, and then she can get attack through subsets. Or if you don't have Wuthering Guard, you can use any of the attacking sets. So if you go and farm like the dot and follow up set, 2 pieces of the dot set is just attack buffs. Go for that. She wants speed boots for sure. Definitely wants speed. HP and defense for like orb, and then energy regen for the rope. Eventually you'll get that. Obviously energy regen is very rare, so don't worry too much about it for now. You know, just get some tankiness. This set is okay for her. Harmony Trailblazer, again, if you do want to try and invest, that's fine. 2-piece break, 2-piece of another break, or 4-piece Watchmaker works well, but might be a bit of a weird investment for you to make now. Hook, what is that? Oh, I've never seen that light cone on, so I thought that looked sick as hell, but yeah, don't really bother with Hook. Hook is very niche. I don't think she's that good. You also have a Himiko. Himiko's worth leveling up now, obviously. As soon as Pure Fiction came out, Himiko was worth it. So don't feel too worried about running a Himiko. Himiko can work in MOC as well, but she won't be the strongest unless you have a really good build. Robin is very clearly your #1 priority. In terms of what you can use, this is going to be your best option, just because it gives her attack. I don't think you're running any duo DPS teams. You don't exactly have the teams to make the best use of it, but it's better than whatever else you have. You don't have any physical damage dealers. You could run this on but you know what you could run? S5 meshing cogs. You've got a ton of them. Meshing cogs works well on her, works well on Ting Yun, works well on Asta. It's really good, and it's a 3-star, so it's very cheap. So S5 a couple of those. I'm gonna S5 a couple of them for you, just so you don't throw them away when you're like, you know, trying to level something up. I like to keep a couple of them just in case. You never know. So yeah, you might not use all of them. You might only use one. No Gallagher, no Lynx. If you ever get Gallagher, build him. Crazy, crazy good. You never did any of the endgame modes, so you won't help with your endgame builds if you're gonna make progress, which is what I've been basically helping you with. Pure Fiction, Himiko Herta. Those are 2 options for you. I don't think they're a priority right now. I think you should pick one endgame mode. If you're trying to do all 3 of them, I think you'll end up earning less, because you won't be 3-starring them off the bat. If you want a pretty solid DPS, Misha's there. Again, I mentioned this in the other account review. Watch my MOC clear. He does pretty damn good. That's with a crazy good build, but you can just throw on like a 4-piece quantum on him and it works really well. You know, you've got this light cone. This light cone's super good. It's like up to 24, I think, crit rate, just for defeating an enemy, which you're gonna be doing. What's your inventory looking like? You've got 3.7 million, is that right? Yeah. You've got a decent amount of materials. You can start getting rid of your 2-star ones now, and maybe even some of your 3-stars. I'd keep a hold of the 4-star ones just for now. Maybe don't max them if you don't want to. Definitely don't be maxing like any of the bad 5-star ones. If you can get them to +12 and use them, that's fine. Do you have any fuel? You've got 9 fuel. So, you know, make use of that. If I was to tell you what to farm, let me have a double check with your traces. Farm your traces up. Oh, your Zila is pretty good. Japad definitely needs his ult. I mean, I don't even know. Oh, it's just what his HP restores to. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't really have any value. Just get his ult up. It's a lot nicer to have. Level up the skill, the talent, even the ult. You want to get all of these up for her. Your March is okay. I would unlock this. Your Jing Yuan is a bit lacking. This is definitely something you want to unlock. This will help you out a ton. I low-key forgot he had this. Trailblazer, if you do want to invest into her, which you can't really do right now because you don't have a super break option. But if you do ever change your mind and you want to run like a super break Himiko, she works pretty well super break. Go for that. And then yeah, I think this will be a slow kind of progress for you to make, but it's something you can do if you want to put in the time. I know you say you do play from time to time. But yeah, I mean, you do end up falling behind if you don't play enough, which is just the unfortunate reality for these games, unless you spend a ton of money. You know, I think this is an okay account. For where you're at, I'm a bit inclined to give you a bit of a lower rating, just for how long you have been playing. But it's honestly something you can fix. Like you've got a solid base for one team here with your Zila. You've got March here as well if you ever do want to switch things up. You've got Jing Yuan, who you can make use of if you get some crit rate. You've got Harmony Trailblazer as an option. Do you have any Eidolons? Nope. Get your Eidolons. Oh, have you not done the story? Is that why? Have you just redeemed the free one that they gave you? Yeah, I mean, you know, finish the story up. It's so interesting to me that you've done the event, but you haven't done the story. Are you stuck on the story? I think the story does give you like a free trailblazer anyway. Like that's leveled for you to use. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think you can obviously make some progress here. This team's not worth using. You can do this. I would even run a Bailu. Bailu is lightning. So if you were to run Penacony set, I don't know if you have that one, but Penacony is an option. It gives her energy regen and it will buff your genuine damage. Because Bailu makes your characters more tanky with her ult. It's just the cleanse that's the only downside. And Japad doesn't have cleanse, so he's not that much better. If he is at all. But yeah, this team works well. Qingchue, you've got Zila. So if you do want to just switch over, you can. But I think it's a waste of your resources. And if we're thinking about this, we don't need these two. You can run Himeko and then you can run another sustain. This is a decent team. It's not ideal, but it's decent. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted help with. If you want, you can think about trying some endgame stuff. Also do this. Free jades. You've done one of them, so this will have like 120 left, I think. This has 150. That's an extra couple of pulls. Eventually you'll get to clearing this stuff. This is more jades as well. Okay, so I think I've noted down everything that you can improve on. So we'll just go through a quick checklist for the video. Traces first. If I say farm relics for 2 weeks, you might not get a single one, So we're going to do traces first. Robin, you want to level up and you want to get all the traces up. I think building the characters first might be a way to do it, but I'm not going to tell you to do that. Just Robin. Just Robin as the main priority. Eventually, you'll level up your Himeko and your Herta for pure fiction, but they are not a priority. If you feel like you're getting bored of just doing traces and you want to at least try and test out some characters, then I can say you can go in between, building up a new character and refining your current ones. But Robin is a must. Drop everything that you're doing, farm for Robin. Robin wants 2-piece attack, 2-piece attack. You can choose which attack sets you want, whether that's Musketeer, which I wouldn't recommend farming for. Just get those from like your weekly bosses, from your chests, stuff like that. You can farm your prisoner set, which you should be farming for anyway because you've got Jingyuan. You're going to have it on your Himeko, on your Herta, so you see where it comes into play there. And then your 2-piece prisoner, which is just an attack buff again. Tingyun can make use of it, Robin can make use of it, your DPS in general can make use of it, like Jingyuan as a temporary thing if you don't get enough follow-up sets. As for your other characters that need traces, Japad just needs his ult leveled up. It's up to you whether you want to go all the way and get him to level 80. Maybe you want to pick up a Lingsha or wait for a rerun of another sustain. But switch him to speed boots. He does want speed. Don't you dare start singing. I switched off of you, bro. I switched off, man. Silverwolf. Get all of these to level 8 at least. Maybe level 10 if you have that kind of drive for it. March, I think you can just leave it as is. Obviously, I do want you to get like these kind of traces, but her build is going to need crit rate. Of course, you can switch it with the Zila one. I did switch them around already, but you shouldn't be using March as of right now, since she doesn't fit into your main 2 team comps. Again, Himeko Herta, if you want them for pure fiction, you can run them on a crit builds with the follow-up set. Himeko can also make use of break. I wouldn't really use this set. I mean, it's not bad, and if you have the pieces, you have them, right? And you can run them on a super break team comp with your Harmony Trailblazer. Tingyun skill and ult. This is a huge damage loss to not have these leveled up, so get those up. Her pieces, you can run her on, you can actually switch her light cone. Because this can be kind of random, if you're not feeling that one, you can run Planetary Rendezvous, which will just give a permanent 12% damage buff if you S5 it, which you definitely can. I'm just gonna do it for you. 24% extra damage for your Jingyuan. get one of your sustains up to level 80. Pick which one, because you're not going to get 2 new sustains. Honestly, Bailu might be a better choice than Japad. I would rather have healing than like a flimsy shield that you don't get to put up often because he's not getting his ult because you're running him slow. There's just this like to balance. All you need here, a bit of defense and HP and then speed. That's it. Japad wants defense, he wants speed, he wants effect hit rate a bit, so he's getting his freezes off on his skill, and he wants energy regen as well. They both want energy regen, but his is a lot more needed because he can only provide survivability for your team through his ult. Bailu obviously has skill, has the ult, has the talent, which like lets the regen HP happen. And if you get her trace, it makes everyone more tanky once they have been, you know, they receive the ult thing. So there's that. When you do get to the point where your traces are at a decent level, then you can start farming your relics for planner ornaments. This set is okay. Same with this, you can farm this and it's decent for your DPSs. For your DPS and support, this is probably the best option. This set is pretty decent if you want to get for that, you know, break team, if you want to farm for them, and this will just help you farm with your supports. Relics, Elixir Seekers, number 1. Path of Darkness, number 2. Then you can pick between Quantum. This will help you with all of your DPSs if you do choose to run them, but there needs to be a 4-piece. And then for your supports. Again, this was probably my other recommendation. This helps you with your like supports that need attack. So Tingyan, Robin, and then you've got the follow-up. So Jingyuan, Himeko, Herta. Everything else you can just ignore. And yeah, let's get over to the rating. We'll give an Abyss score. And if I was to put myself in your shoes, how happy I'd be on this account, I wouldn't be that happy. I'm glad you farmed Quantum, so that's some plus points for me. You've got a Sparkle there, and you've got a Robin, so you have the decent units there to make your teams work, which is great news. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, but I'm just going to be a little bit harsh on it because, you know, I can't baby you about you not playing the game, right? If you want some genuine stuff, I've given you the genuine advice. And I'm just going to give this like I think a 3.5 out of 10. You're missing out on some speed stuff here and there, which I do think you should have at Trailblaze level 64. It always seems daunting when you're far behind, especially in a gacha game. You want to be catching up, you want to be doing everything everyone else is doing. But you know, a little bit of diligence, maybe a month, and you can kind of just catch up. This is the importance of going for traces. If you go for traces first and the relics come second, you're chilling, because then you will slowly make it through and it will get better and better. That about does it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.